This is positive news. The fact that there is an opening, it seems, for the possibility of the mandate to be lifted. And that is a moment that would define the Nets season and also define the NBA season, because the Nets are such potential favorites to win a championship if Kyrie Irving can play in all games. So in the meantime, I would expect, listen, Eric Adams, I'm told, is enthusiastic for the possibility to help these New York City teams, and one of which would be the Nets.
Well, this is a step in the right direction, huh?
No, look, we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. All signs were pointing to this happening. I know here locally in Chicago, our mask mandate is going to be lifted, and other benchmarks that the city and state are going to hit very soon. This is everything that the Nets wanted. When you go out and you swing a deal for a guy in Ben Simmons, you're just hoping that, and Sean, we talked about it with Sean, it's like you bring Goran in, and you're hoping that you have Kyrie, KD's around the corner, and then all eyes are pointed on Ben Simmons and what he can bring to this group. But I think when you had him as a part-time player. Now, if you have him on a consistent basis, that changes the landscape of the NBA, because this was already a team. If you had Kyrie part-time with those other guys, you're like, this is still a team that could compete for a title. Now, if you have him on a consistent basis and those guys start to build chemistry together, I think the East is paying very close attention to that.
Yeah, Shams, do you think they're the team to beat in the East if Kyrie comes back?
I think right now they would be, but again, I'm not going to discount the Milwaukees, Miamis, Chicagos of the world and Philadelphia, of course, after making that James Harden trade. The East is really wide open. Would Brooklyn be the favorites if Kyrie Irving is a full-time player and adding Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond? They have a team. Getting Goran Dragic is a big pickup because we don't know the future for Joe Harris. Will he be out for the season? Will he be able to play and return at some point this year? That is up in the air. So the fact that they were able to get a Goran Dragic helps them. So on paper, the Nets are for sure one of the favorites, if not the favorite, in the Eastern Conference. And getting a fully available Kyrie Irving would change the course of the season and would be a moment that defines the NBA season. But again, we'll see what happens. So much is fluid when it comes to these times that we've been in under the pandemic. But this is definitely the best case scenario for the Nets to have Eric Adams come out today, say that he can't wait. And from everything I've been told, guys, he is very, very enthusiastic about figuring out a solution for the vaccine mandate and see if he can help out these teams. But he will have to take the message of his science officials.
Yeah, I think the other thing for the Nets, too, is just putting some of the drama behind you, right?
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be that Ben Simmons storyline until he gets out on the court. But having Kyrie back in full-time, it clears up the locker room in a lot of ways, because I know that's probably been a big point of contention. The rumors were out there that James Harden didn't like the fact that Kyrie was a part-time player. So having him available full-time does wonders in the locker room as well.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people are excited to have that mandate lifted.